we'll be focusing on the soul as the heart, but the soul is not the heart, right? The soul is not the heart. So let's look at what is really the heart. We're not talking about the soul. We're talking about the heart. Are you saying? Why I'm saying that the soul is not the heart is because the Bible doesn't, when the Bible is discussing the heart, sometimes the Bible refers to the heart as sometimes as the spirit. Sometimes the Bible refers to the heart as the soul. Understand? The Bible doesn't talk about the heart as something different, as something separate. It's just in the context in which it is used. Oh? As the Bible says that as a man thinketh in his heart. And thinking is a function of our soul. What the Bible says, as a man what thinketh in his heart, so is he. God looks at the thoughts and inclinations of the hearts of men, and they were evil continually. Is that not? The Bible says God looked at the heart. So, but the heart is not only the soul. The heart is a word used to describe the inner man. The heart is a word used to describe the inner man. So the heart is also the same word that we use to describe the inner hidden part of our body. The central internal hidden part of our body, we call it the heart, which is the one that pumps blood. The ones that pumps blood in our body, we call it the heart. Because one, it is central. Two, it is hidden. You understand? But its work is so vital to life. The work of our physical heart is vital to our physical life. So the place of the inner man, of the inner life of a person is so vital that the word to describe the inner life is to use the word the heart. The word the heart. But so the heart where we'll be discussing is not the one that pumps blood. Oh? Even though they're carrying the same word, right? The one that pumps blood is called the heart, but it is the heart of the body. But the inner life, the entire inner man is called the heart. Basically, even though when we're discussing where the Bible says that let God preserve your spirit, soul, and body. That thing is in 1 Corinthians chapter 6, chapter 7, where it said that the Lord will preserve what? Your spirit, soul, and body. Now, most time Paul mentioned that, and sometimes people have taken them to do teaching on the soul, the spirit, the soul, and the body, right? And sometimes God has given them wisdom to actually divide them very well, to teach them as distinct parts. The spirit different from the soul different from the body. But the issue is this, that broadly they are categorized, man is categorized into two. You see, even though we talk about the spirit, soul, and body, but the broad categorization of man is two. Is the inner man and the outer man. You understand? The inner man and the outer man. The outer man is the body. The inner man is the spirit and soul. Because the inner man, the spirit and soul, they interact very well, so much that that's why the Bible sometimes calls it the heart. Because the interaction is not too easy to separate the soul and the spirit. You understand? It is not too easy to separate the soul and the spirit. You can separate the body and the soul. Yeah, right? You can separate the body and the soul. But it's not easy to separate the body and the soul and the spirit. In fact, the soul and the spirit are interwoven so much that they will always be. They will always be. Your spirit and soul, without a body, you are still alive. You are still conscious, even if your spirit and soul don't have a body. You understand? Even if people don't have bodies, they are still alive. Because the spirit and soul are together. So, mostly the spirit and soul is called the inner man. Or it is called in some scriptures the hidden man of the heart. The hidden man of the heart. As if it's two persons. There's the outer man and what? The inner man. Right? Now, the focus of spirituality is on the inner man. The inner man is the focus. God focuses on the inner man. God gives attention to the inner man more than the outer man, because the inner man is the real man. You understand? The inner man determines what happens to the outer man. You get it? The inner man controls the outer man. So focus and attention is given to the inner man. That's why you cannot make tangible spiritual progress if you don't understand how to deal with the inner man, how to deal with the inner life. Because that is the seat of spirituality. You see? Now, one advantage, one major reason why sometimes a believer too must focus and be able to master and be able to understand and experience transformation in his inner life is because the inner life is the basic organ, is the basic life by which we can be able to experience real life. Because what is known as real life is beyond the reach of the body. You see, we're not saying that when we're interacting, we're touching with our hands, we're seeing with our eyes is not real, it's real. But because it has touched, corruption has touched it, it's not as real as it should be. So to live real life, you must touch life. You must touch life with your soul. When your soul and your spirit have touched life, you are experiencing life from within. Then you are living, you are actually living. You understand? So that's why even in scriptures, you will discover that when God looks at men, he will see them and weigh them and weigh them based on the quality of their inner life. Understand? God looks at a man and he sees his worth based on his inner life. In fact, it is this our inner life that makes us special. This issue of you are fearfully and wonderfully made, this issue of we are more than angels, has nothing to do with our outer man, because our outer man is weak. Understand? Our outer man is limited. But the inner man is the seat of the dignity and preciousness and greatness of man, is because of his inner life, is because of the hidden man of the heart. Greatness is determined by what my man carries on his inside. You understand? Greatness is determined by what a man carries on his inside. Your inner life is the most important aspect of your life. So if a man can be able to experience transformation in his inner life, he is given opportunity to live life on a higher level. Understand? Because he can experience what is really life. You understand? Like I said, real life is beyond the reach of the body. Real life is beyond the reach of the body. Because what we call real life is spiritual. So what is seen is a photocopy of what is not seen. So if you are touching what is not seen, and you can only touch what is not seen with your heart, you can only experience what is not seen with your heart. If you are experiencing it, I will say you are experiencing the original.